When I woke up this morning, I realised that I'd pretty much shown you my studio, all my plans, what's going on and how it's coming along, but I hadn't actually showed you what's going on in the living room. So come in, and let me show you what is going to be the living room setup. I've made a few modifications to the pretty basic room when I moved in. There's still more to do, but it's coming along nicely, and it's definitely a cool little media centre. It's a place for me to work, relax, chill out, and quite recently shout at the TV because I've been playing some Dark Souls. So where to begin? This of course is Ajax. He's a lot bigger now than he was when we first got him. He's pretty well behaved actually, as you can tell. Maybe he just wants food, or maybe it's my training. Or maybe it's a mixture of both, I don't know. Let me know down in the comment section below. Actually, this little painting or canvas print, I should actually say, behind me is pretty cool because that was taken on our Pixel 2 XL out of the window whilst driving in Iceland. And while it's not the most sharp thing in the world, I think it looks really cool. I'm still debating whether to actually paint some of these walls. At the moment, I think it's a little bit too white for my liking. I prefer to put some elements of blue in here, but then I'm thinking if I paint one of the walls, is that going to be too much? I don't know. Again, I'd love to actually hear a little bit of feedback from you guys. This media center, of course, actually starts with the television. This is a few years old now. This is, I can't even remember the model name, but it was like the 7 Series, 7000, shall we say, from around about 3 years ago. So it's time that I changed that out really for something new. I'm thinking OLED. I'd love to go for like a Sony or LG, Philips Hue, and some LifeX. I've sort of mixed and matched because I've been collecting them over the years. But yeah, this television is 4K, so we've got it hooked up to all of the different consoles. We've got an Xbox One X here that Xbox sent out. We've got PlayStation 4 Pro that I bought a few years ago. Sony AV receiver, and then the speakers on the wall. These are actually Atmos speakers. I did accidentally mount them a little bit too high, so I think I need to angle them down a little bit, because inside the speakers themselves you have a normal driver that's here, and then you've actually got an upwards firing one as well, that's your Atmos. So this sort of bounces off the ceiling, which works because it's nice and flat, and then when I sit here we sort of have audio coming from the surround speakers behind me, from the speakers in front, the center channel, and then the Atmos almost feels like it's coming from the top, although it's definitely a bit of a subtle effect. I think if you had more, well, actual ceiling speakers, it probably would sound a little bit more, not necessarily better, but more authentic, shall we say. You're probably thinking though, okay, you've got the consoles, you've got the surround sound speakers, you've got the dog cage, you've got everything that you need. God, that's how bright it is today. Shall I let him out? Do you want to go out? Do you want to go outside? Now he's just going to scratch the doors. My lovely new, brand new patio doors are already pretty ruined thanks to dog. But yeah, you're probably thinking, where's the PC? Well, I'm actually still about to build my new one. This is going to be the ITX system inside the H1. But I do have the old one currently sitting down here in the bright zone, and yes, it's not the most ideal placement in the world, but at the moment it's the only place that sort of fits in. As soon as the dog cage is gone, I will do a little mount, I think, and have it sort of sitting on the wall here probably. But in the meantime, we've got a 2080 Super powering 4K gaming. My top tip, because yes, I do have top tips, is that you should get yourself one of these. It's about £15, and it's a mixture of a touchpad with a keyboard. You have a tiny little receiver that goes onto your PC, and yes, it is pretty atrocious to use, but as you can see, it is completely wireless. It eliminates the need for a mouse, and just for logging into Windows and starting up your game, this thing is ideal. Inside this bag or drawer of goodies, we have various different controllers. We've got PlayStation controllers, Nintendo Switch as well. We use that for Trivial Pursuit, which is the best game on Switch, I promise. And then we have an Xbox Elite controller that Xbox sent out a few years ago. I get very good use out of that. This is Michelle's work, look at various different bits of chocolate. I'm more of a crisps fan myself, or maybe some almonds or something, but I am a little bit weird. But you guys know that already. I probably should talk about these cables. I'm a little bit unsure whether to actually route this directly into the wall. So these are actually those sort of rubbish, echoey plasterboard things. And this one is going to be quite easy to chase into the wall because they just need to chisel out or cut out, won't even need a chisel, some routing holes, and then put this through and then patch it up with some plaster. But then I felt if I do that, I would need to do it with all of the cables here, and the rest of them actually look okay because they're all in the corners, whereas this is obviously right in the middle of the wall. So is it going to look better to hide just this one cable? Is it going to be worth the effort to hide all of them? Or should I do, which is probably what I'm thinking at the moment, just get some trunking and then have this go up? But there's a secret room, ladies and gentlemen, that Michelle, who's holding the camera now, is blatantly going to be like, why would you show this? It's an absolute mess. But that is the point of this. It shows you that there are improvements to be made. But this is my secret cupboard, look. In here, this is where we store all of the mess. We have various different bits and bobs. We've got some cans of tomatoes and Sprites. Don't worry, I'm not hoarding. I just don't have room in the kitchen. Got 3 tins, that is allowed. One of my favourite bits of tech. Shout out to Gareth Jones, you know who you are, cameraman, sometimes, although Michelle's replaced you now. This is a super bright light, look. And as you can tell, it is magnetic. It just sticks on the wall. You can pick it up, put it off. It's super bright. It works on a motion sensor and a light sensor, so it only comes on when it needs to. Battery operated, micro USB, £15. And this has been the setup then. Let me know what you guys think at the moment. It's 3 months worth of work, but I mean, most of what I've been doing has been split between here and the studio, all sorts of other rooms. I'm making a patio at the moment, as you guys have probably seen on Instagram. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you would change. Help me out with some of the different things. What do you think the room is missing? What do you like? What do you not like? If you do want to get in touch, then Twitter and Instagram is a great place, or just let me know down in the comment section below. If you do want to follow along, Instagram is a great place to come, because that's where I do all of these stories. But thank you so much for watching. As always, do subscribe for more videos just like this, and to see the full setup video once it is complete and once it arrives. Thank you. And I'm going to play some Dark Souls. Jax, come. Sit. Down. Good boy. Come. Leave it alone. Leave it. Go get it. Sit.